I only have one question and one question only.
What in the all types of blue hell
was that this weekend?
I got a better question. Who in the hell predicted this? Oh, yes. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back.
Let's go.
Damn it. Who changed my truck? Got it.
Can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah!
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Good morning. Welcome to the, what the hell do you call this?
Manic March Madness Monday.
Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. The Manic March Madness Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And we are presented this first hour and powered by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. I have no idea what the hell went on this weekend.
Well, I know there's a lot of people who were clinging on to their brackets and watching this weekend with a big ol' in their throat. Because, wow.
Dairy Queen in Maryland. I'll find a way to start that. You know what? I'm gonna start another way.
As Vic joins us from the home office in Chicago.
Good morning, gentlemen. How's everyone doing?
What's poppin', brother?
I'll tell you how I'm doing. I look in this notebook here in front of me. I had 6 games scheduled. My body decided otherwise.
Your body said, toss that crap. We're done here.
My body said, nope. Ain't.
Your body did this.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
as Victor described it, and he has seen me go through it more than once, my body rebelled against me.
You said, frankly, I'm tired.
Exactly. My body looked at this notebook and saw the schedule, and my wife says, make sure you get your rest, because I know this is a busy time for you. I said, I will. Yeah. No.
Your body did one of these.
I'm getting too old for this.
Listen. In the last 10 days, ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for March Madness, I damn near pulled 3 all-nighters.
That was your first mistake.
That was my biggest mistake, to the point where my wife woke up, came in this office, and dragged me to bed.
Your body told your brain.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
And frankly, I think it's going to remain that way until first pitch Thursday. Matter of fact, my wife did this for me.
By God, that's Austin's music.
As Victor loves saying to me, my body said, absolutely, No,
not at all.
Literally, your body said, is this a good idea? And the rest of the world said, thought it was a good idea.
That's exactly what happened. Because I found myself sitting in front of this computer with both monitors on. I'm ready to listen. Victor has worked with me for almost 22 years. He knows I prepare like a madman. He's helped me do it. These are the stack of notes from the games I was supposed to do this weekend. Not one of them got used. And I think it's to my own body's benefit.
Your brain said, I'm 23. I can keep doing this. Your body said,
you fool! My body said exactly that. And then Jody's picking at me, and I'm laughing the whole time. She says, so you thought you were in college again, huh? I got tears in my eyes. I'm crying. And she says, you can't do this anymore. And I'm dying. Okay. Then she hit me with 3 simple words. Find the lie.
Your body dude, your body told your brain.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop lying.
Yep. All of that and then some. Listen, there's very few things that I will watch that put me to sleep. Everything I watched this past weekend.
A Laker game is one of those things.
Oh God.
Stop it. Get some help.
Thank you. And for all you... Oh, fuck. I can't believe I'm going to do this on a Monday.
And we've already broken the wall. We've already broken the 4th wall. Screw it today.
Yeah, I know. Fourth and 5th wall has already been broken.
You know what?
Shut up, bitch.
There's all you Braun.
Why? Because yes, LeBron, it is you. It's always been you. It always will be you. It will forever be you. Forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Now get the fuck out the league.
Screw it.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Here's why I'm
Starting
doing
Monday like this.
Here's why.
Yes.
On Saturday night, my beloved Chicago Bulls paid a visit to the Crypt Keeper Arena to play the Fakers.
The Crypt Keeper.
Look, it's short notice, okay?
Oh God.
Short notice. Why am I starting with that? Because, oh dear. To these Bronzexuals, you know what? I can't.
This moment of Bronzexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic Bronzexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
And I still wonder how the Ray's getting all this money.
And I fucking hate you, Victor, for sending me that commercial while I was driving.
It's your fault.
No, it's your fault for sending me that.
No, it's your fault bringing up that idiotic Bronzexual who would give Bron another $1 million. I didn't ask for that.
Cole didn't ask for that either. I didn't ask for that. But anyway, they were excited because LeBron was finally back in the lineup and promptly got smoked by 31 points.
Wait a minute.
To the Bulls?
31 points to Chicago?
Let me say that again. LeBron was back in the lineup. The Lakers were basically healthy, and they got smoked Saturday night by 31 points.
To the Bulls.
Hey, Ron.
The final 146.
Oh my
115.
God.
They gave up $146 to
the Bulls.
They
What?
gave
Bulls.
146 points to the Chicago Bulls.
And look, I love the Bulls. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
But we know the Bulls have been a consistently weak team for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They are a play-in team at best.
At best, yep.
But holy smokes.
Here's the line score by quarters. 32, 33, 39, and 42.
Oh my God. That's by quarter.
By quarter.
Oh my God.
It was 65-61 at the half. In the second half, the Bulls scored 81 points.
Man, that whole game sounds like it's a big old bowler.
It was.
That's
Not
what
a
the
bit
Lakers
of
played. That's what the Lakers played like.
not a bit of defense to be had. Again.
Josh Giddey led the Bulls with 15 points, while Luka led the Lakers with 34. LeBron only had 17 in his grand return, which prompted this. Give me this button. Hey!
What?
You keep.
Hey, I'm trying to get the truck reorganized here. Give me a break.
Where's the button?
What button you looking for?
That one.
Oh no!
Oh hell no!
That's the button I'm looking for.
The hell you doing having one of these?
It was Saturday night. I was still up. My wife had already gone to bed. She said, "Hurry up." I was trying to hurry up, but unfortunately, that happened, and that included the part of the conversation which got me PO'd
again.
Yeah, said,
"Quote:
Well, the Bulls are under 500. The Lakers are above 500 with LeBron." I'm like, you stupid, idiotic fool.
Oh God. Okay.
I put this to gentlemen. Y'all will be proud of me.
Mm-hmm.
I put it to sleep early.
Okay.
Thank
I put this conversation to sleep early.
Good.
And I said one question. And that one question was this. If y'all are so good with LeBron, why did y'all give up 146 points to one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference?
Right.
Oh, and by the way, Bronzexuals, look behind you.
You got Golden
Signed,
State.
the Golden State Warriors.
You got Golden State. This is the game that you needed to win to
This was
keep
the gimme.
putting distance behind between you and Golden State. Each of these games that are coming down the wire matter the most.
And
because
you
it's going to
see,
determine
and the
seeding
Lakers
order.
see Golden State in Los Angeles on April 3rd.
And the fact is,
this is more of a troll I would be. If I'm one of the Golden State players, I'm walking in wearing Bulls clothing. I'll wear some Bulls jerseys.
The Warriors are trolls already.
Yeah, here's the
why?
thing.
Because they're walking in with Stephen Curry.
You got your ass kicked.
You got
your ass handed to you by Chicago by 31. What is wrong with you?
Do y'all remember the movie Revenge of the Nerds?
Yes, I do.
You know the line I'm about to say, and I'm going to ask the audience to forgive me in advance. But the great John Goodman delivered it best. Quote, "You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of damn nerds." Close quote.
Well, to go along those lines, Dale Earnhardt once said in 1995 after the finale in Atlanta when he ended up winning, "Now that's what you call a ass kicking."
What were you saying before, Snowman, a couple years ago? You got spanked.
You got spanked
by the Bulls.
Chicago Bulls.
By the Chicago Bulls. And you had LeBron.
You had a full lineup.
And
the
you
Bulls
didn't have
minus
AD.
2 players.
You didn't have AD.
Nope. You didn't have AD. You don't have any bigs. And this is where the downfall of LeBron and the Lakers begins.
Hey, LeBron, guess what?
You're fired. LeBron, you need to hold one of these. That big old craptacular spectacular, and y'all know what button to push.
This
I
one.
believe it. As I said, dear Bronzexuals, look behind you. Signed, the Golden State Warriors.
See, I didn't even get a chance to really watch anything basketball related.
Just thank God you didn't.
Because the particular tournament was on that actually I enjoyed.
Me too, when I wasn't watching my eyelids. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
Question is, do you guys know what tournament had went on just this past weekend that I'm talking
NIT?
No. The Bassmasters Classic.
Oh, you watched that one?
Oh yeah. Used to watch it back when I was when it used to be on TNN. Because look,
I remember that.
Snowman, I tell you, I'm a fishing dude.
Mm-hmm.
I love fishing.
I wasn't a fishing dude until I got married. And then my father-in-law decided to show me the fine art of fishing.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, I watch it a lot. And when it was on Fox, I was like, oh, the fishing? Really? Fishing's on? Okay.
Fish.
And some of those,
I guarantee you, those fish wouldn't have given up 140 some odd points to Chicago.
146 points. You could put 5 largemouth bass on that court. They do a better job than the Lakers against the Bulls.
You know, I'm reminded of a skit that our friend Devin showed us, but I'm not going to repeat it here. I got to grab some breakfast. Coming up after the break, we'll look at the women's tournament and poor Arkansas State.
Yeah.
And poor Richmond on top of that. We dissect. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I keep forgetting to push this button. The Snowman, the Dog, and Bicola back with you on this Manic Monday edition. And South Carolina, we're looking in the women's tournament first.
Mm-hmm.
And South Carolina
has been beating on everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, you knew it was going to be that kind of first round. And this is true with the men's tournament as well. But I'm looking at the women's tournament, and except for 3 games, I believe, every game was decided by double digits.
Yep.
Yeah, it was something like that.
In fact, Kentucky beat Liberty by 1, so that's 1.
Mm-hmm.
You had Michigan over 11 seed Iowa State by 6. Oregon, with the upset of round 1, beating Vanderbilt in overtime, 77-73. Louisville beat Nebraska by 5, and everybody else won by high double digits.
Mm-hmm.
Massively.
And I'm going to try to get Chris Edwards from Duke, the voice of Duke Lady Blue Devils, back on here midweek. I got to find out when he's traveling to Birmingham.
Let's see. As I'm looking over these scores as well, Ole Miss over Baylor by 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything else has been an absolutely brutal ass whooping.
Matter of fact, South Carolina scored 100. They scored 108. Notre Dame scored 106. Tennessee scored 101. That's just Friday. Saturday, oh boy.
Offensive production went down.
UConn happened.
Yeah.
I woke up late Saturday, and we had storms come through here for part of the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to get going because the first game I was scheduled to have before my body rebelled yet again was UConn, champs of the Big East, and Arkansas State, champs of the Sun Belt. There's not another word I can think of, but how demoralizing must it be for you to be a conference champion? And much love for Arkansas State, much love for the Red Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
But think of how unfair it is that you get a 15 seed and you have to see Paige Beckers.
I mean, that game was. I'm looking at the line score. Arkansas State.
All you needed to see was the first quarter.
34.
All you need to see in terms of the line score of that game was the first quarter.
34-5. I that's not a misprint, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
34.
No. That is not a misprint.
34-5.
34 to 5.
34 to 5. That is not a misprint. That is not a misprint. Matter of fact, I'm looking at the okay.
I got the box scores in front
Arkansas
of me.
State scored the first basket of the game 53 seconds in, 2-0. Mm-hmm. Sarah Strong tied it up at 2 apiece, and that was all she wrote. Because after Arkansas State led 2-0, Connecticut scored the next 22 points.
Oh my God.
Looking through the box score, Arkansas State only shot 17% from the field.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, UConn shot nearly 59%.
My gracious.
And here's the other thing. 2 big runs in this quarter. I mentioned the first one, 22 in a row by Connecticut after Arkansas State led 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
They get a 3-point goal, the Red Wolves do, making it 22-5. That would be the last points they score in the quarter.
Yeah. Let's see. For UConn, Sarah Strong had 20. Aziz Bud had 27. Ashlyn Shade had 20 off the bench, whereas Paige only had 11. And
They didn't need Paige.
And they still drop a $103.
Mm-hmm.
That is just brutal.
They held Arkansas State to single digits in a quarter twice. First and third quarters.
I have seen some beatdowns.
I have called some beatdowns.
That was a whooping. That was a whooping.
Dude, we've both called some beatdowns.
Some whoopings. Okay. The first big time whooping I did was the very first game I ever called in 1995. Chicago State playing Northern Illinois, my maiden voyage, and Chicago State lost by 40.
Oh my God.
But one of the biggest high school beatdowns I called, it was Dunbar and Steinmetz at Old Gately Stadium, the old configuration, without the heat.
With Dunbar late at SmackDown.
I will just tell you the score at the end of the first quarter.
Okay.
30-0.
Oh, the answer is yes.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me.
The end of the first quarter, it was 30.
The Dunbar Mighty Men of Chicago scored 30 points. Here's the kicker for you, Shane. In 9 minutes.
30 points in 9 minutes. And they led after the first 30-0.
30-0.
Were the shots just not falling, or was it just a lot of defense pressure?
Was a football game.
Oh, it's a
30-0, and they dropped that 30 in 9.
In 9 minutes.
Oh, it's touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Jeez.
Who in the hell is playing Madden and crank the sliders?
Yes.
Oh, that's not
because,
all.
bruv, damn.
Oh, that's not all. Now, there's a rule in high school sports that if you're leading by a certain threshold, the clock runs.
Mm-hmm.
The clock was running midway through the second quarter.
Oh,
so no matter what, they was still running, and it was still shellac after shellac after shellac.
I will tell you the final score of that game, which mirrors some of these women's games that I'm looking at right now.
Mm-hmm.
82-8.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me.
No, I don't think I did. Is somebody in the cheap seats in Lambeau want to run that back for me one more time?
82-8.
So in cheap seats of the new, or should I say the old Soldier Field.
You heard me.
Maybe a little hard of hearing.
Dunbar 82, Steinmetz 8.
Ooh.
That was the quickest 2.5 quarters of football I've ever done in my life. And here's the funny part.
Wait a minute. They called it after 2.5 quarters.
Here's the funny part. It was a running clock rule midway through the second quarter. All right. We get to the third period. My man in the score booth pushed the button to run the clock and walked away.
He's like, I'm done.
He's like, I'm done with this. I'm done here.
I'm out.
And
I hit the button. I'm getting paid anyway. Screw it.
Went downstairs to the concession stand
and got some food.
There was a touchdown that the referees nearly called back.
Oh.
But then the head referee went to him and said, pick that flag up.
Right.
It ain't gonna matter.
Time of the game, 1 hour, 24 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
82 to 8.
Now, looking at some of these, I want to look at Texas and William and Mary. They played Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Texas only led by 5 at the end of 1. 23-18. Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Texas and Madison Booker, who in this game on Saturday night had 20 points and 14 rebounds, they led 23-18 at the end of 1. Want to know what the final score was?
What was it? I'm afraid to ask.
You don't want to know because I'm
105 to
looking at it.
61.
Wait. 105?
105.
61?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, number 1 seed USC.
Oh, God. I'm
and
scared.
16th seed UNC Greensboro, the Spartans, the
Mama,
champs
hold
of the
me.
Big South Conference.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, hold me. I'm scared
Juju
of this
Watkins
game.
finished with 22 points in that game.
Right.
UNCG did not crack double digits in any quarter.
Mr. McCarthy, that is absolutely rude and disgusting, and I love every bit of it.
I played for a flag football team that beat our opponent 84-0. Man, like I said, been there, done that.
I quit.
Been there, done that. Listen, UNC Greensboro, bless their hearts. 8, 3, 5, and 9. Total 25.
Oh my God.
USC scored 25 points in the third quarter. I'm going to repeat that. UNC Greensboro scored a total of 25 points for the game. USC scored 25 points themselves in the third quarter.
Oof. That's
NC
painful.
State beat Vermont by 20. Oklahoma pulled away late to beat Florida Gulf Coast 81-58. North Carolina beat Oregon State 70-49. LSU drilled San Diego State 103-48.
I was about to say, I'm also looking at what happened with South Carolina and Tennessee Tech, and
You don't want to repeat that. You don't want to repeat that.
No, I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
there was an upset at Gamble Pavilion. South Dakota State pulled the upset, a 10 seed against Oklahoma State, the 7 seed, 74-68. That I saw the end of. Illinois beat Creighton 66-57. That was a 9 versus an 8, and that wrapped up the action on Saturday. Now to the action in the women's tournament yesterday, which is the tournament I've chosen to follow. And South Carolina had to struggle with Indiana, but they won 64-53. Lauren Betts and UCLA in the latest game, beat up Richmond 84-67. Lauren Betts is a contender for Player of the Year. It's probably going to be Juju Watkins. In fact, I'm 99% certain it's going to be Juju Watkins who's the Player of the Year. But Lauren Betts had 30 points and 14 rebounds. So UCLA moves on. Hannah Hidalgo and Notre Dame move on. They beat Michigan 76-55, and a 32-point first quarter told the story there.
Whoa.
The Duke Blue Devils had to struggle with the Oregon Ducks, but they win 59-53. They are on their way to Birmingham. TCU beats Louisville on the strength of Haley Van Lith. That final 85-70. And in the upset of the tournament so far, or one thereof, Kansas State beat Kentucky in Lexington in overtime, 80-79. And Ole Miss beat Baylor, as Dog pointed out earlier. Vonleh finished with 16 points for Baylor. And in the surprise of the night, Tennessee went to Columbus, went to Ohio State, and gave them the smackdown, 82-67.
They went into Columbus and said, "Come here, boy. We're going out there to the woodshed."
Cody McMahon led the Buckeyes with 17 points. Talia Cooper had 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 steals. Ohio State.
It's Monday.
Yes, it is Monday. Led by 4, 21-17 at the end of one, and it was all Tennessee after that. 23, 26, and 16 compared to 14, 24, and 8 in terms of the line score.
Man, what type of Stephen King horror novels have this bracket's been?
You just said the correct word. Horror. No, that's Talasia Cooper. I got the name wrong. I apologize. I truly, truly, truly apologize. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists in 30 minutes. The 6-foot sophomore from Tuberville, South Carolina, put it on him. It on them.
Delivered the beat down.
It certainly did.
Man, there's been...
And tonight, whoops. Here, close that. Tonight, it is UConn at 8 p.m. taking on South Dakota State. The action kicks off at high noon, and I'll have this game in my ear with the second seed North Carolina State facing Michigan State. That's at Reynolds Coliseum. The Moody Center at 2 o'clock. Oh, boy. Oh. Hi, Pumpkin.
I think the cat wants to join you for some of the broadcast.
I think Pumpkin was excited when I mentioned Tennessee because, as you can see, Pumpkin's orange.
Mm.
Oh, down he goes.
I made my appearance. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yep, that's exactly what he's saying. Did you eat, Pumpkin? Hey. Yeah, he ate. You want to go out? Let me let this cat out of here. You want to go out, Pumpkin?
Mr. Sick Diggy joins us all the way from Norway.
Yep. Looking over the games we got coming up, you got number 5 Alabama, number 4 Maryland at 5 o'clock.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one.
You've got, as Snowman was saying, number 2 UConn, number 10 South Dakota State. That's at 8 o'clock to wrap things up. You've got Iowa and you got Oklahoma at 4. That's going to be intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Michigan State, NC State at high noon. You've got Florida State, LSU at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
And to think of the matchups that we could see that come out of this.
Playmaker said it best last week. The health of Flau'jae Johnson is going to be huge for LSU going forward. They're favored by 11.5 tonight. I'm almost afraid to see what the spread is for UConn and South Dakota State. But
you do not want to, because I'm looking at it right now.
Never mind. Kenneth Clark joins us. Says, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. What games are you doing today? Stream for us all. I think, because I'm not going to be, I can't do the noon and 2 o'clock game. I gotta blow up the house. And in that essence, I mean clean it, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that I missed. The 4 o'clock game seems interesting. Iowa and Oklahoma from the Lloyd Noble Center, and I believe, Oklahoma is favored in that game by only 4.5. What if Iowa were to spring the upset at the Lloyd Noble Center?
Well, I'm looking at some of these games as well, and there's a couple of juicy ones on the Regionals 2 side. Bama, Maryland. Bama's only favored by 1.5, and West Virginia, North Carolina, the 7 o'clock. West Virginia is only favored by 1.5. So there's a couple of juicy ones on that top side of the bracket as well.
And that's at Jordan's old house, Carmichael Arena.
Yep.
We will see. I'm going to take a look at these during the break and see if I'm going to strap the headset on for.
Well, what's the old wrestling saying? The card is always subject to
change. And boy, my body was subject to change all weekend. Take a break. When y'all get back,
bracketology on the other side,
including Derek Queen's buzzer beater that sends Maryland to the Sweet 16. More brackets, more craziness. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn. Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E. Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meat beef of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light-optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, Sleet or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Okay. Before we get back to the brackets, save that one.
Yep.
What's a series that y'all didn't intend to get hooked on, but did anyway?
A series?
Pumpkin. I'll answer that question with one that my wife got me hooked on. Reacher.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Reacher's great.
Yeah, it is.
There was one scene. Now, my friend's favorite scene was this. It was an episode that dealt around a dog, right?
Oh yeah.
Where the guy had got a barn dog, wasn't taking care of it, and
that episode pissed me off.
Yeah, and finally Reacher just had enough, punched him in the nose, and put this chain collar around him, like, see how you like it. The one that got me though was this one scene where this guy was kind of getting a little physical with his wife, and Reacher just stared at him, and he went from, "What are you looking at, huh?" And then Reacher just kept staring. He was like, "I was just, I was a little upset. That's all."
That would be me.
And then he said, "Won't happen again."
That would be me. That would be me.
I was like, See, a lot of these clowns.
I'll just look at somebody.
I'll put it this way: a lot of these clowns who beat their wives always say they can't control the anger until there's someone you like. Control my anger, maybe the best benefit for me.
Victor's been around for a couple of those episodes with me at Chicago State.
Oh yeah, both of us have. We both did that nonsense.
Because there was one guy that came out the library.
I remember this one.
Just yelling his brains out.
I remember this one.
I was walking the other way. I'd just come from the studio.
Then
I saw him point his finger.
Yeah.
And then he saw me.
Yep.
He tried to do the intimidation thing. He's like, "What are you?" He said, "What are you looking at?" I didn't say a word.
Just stared at him.
And then Victor saw me do something I rarely do. I cracked my knuckles.
Yep.
And I can hear Victor like behind me.
Oh, bleep. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly right.
Let's get the campus police over here because I don't need you going to jail.
So Victor made a phone call after he saw me crack my knuckles twice. Campus police comes flying. They didn't walk. They didn't run. They came flying in. And one of the officers, who was a dear friend of mine, looked at me and said, "Sir, you don't need this. Don't tempt me." I know. He says, "I know. That's why we're stopping the temptation."
Right.
Victor had to physically drag me away.
Yeah.
Which
is difficult because he was a lot heavier back then.
Victor had to physically drag me away.
Yeah.
Because he sure was about to get a clothesline from hell.
Yep.
2 months later, same thing happens, but in reverse.
Uh-oh.
When Victor was talking to Toya, and this one dude had his eye on her, and I saw Victor's eyes turn red.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did this. I really don't know how I did this. I picked both of them up.
Right.
and walked out the library. I picked them. I don't know how I did this. I picked them both up
and got him out and got us out of there.
And Victor's like, "Excuse me, shut up." Right. I'm walking off campus.
And this is why I was so glad to be the bouncer for so many places because, quite frankly, you get one look at me sitting at the door and you know no one's going to screw around that night.
You know no BS is happening.
Nope.
What if we both were at the same bar, Shano?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
That'd be a fun Friday night.
Now, y'all have been through some of the hell I've been through while I was living in LaPorte.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell you this one. I had some great neighbors when I lived in LaPorte. Except one.
Except
he was always drunk.
There's always one.
He was always loud. And for some strange, stupid reason, he was always at my door.
Oh, boy.
I finally opened the door and I said, "Sir, do me a favor. I'm not feeling well. Please get away from my door.
Please.
And leave my neighbors alone."
I'm asking you nicely.
This went on for 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I would have beat his ass after day one.
Oh, listen. Just listen. This went on for 2 days.
Yep.
Finally, when one of my female neighbors heard him and he shouted at her, old snowman went the off.
Oh, boy.
He got a power bomb. He got a clothesline from hell. And I finished it with a stone cold stunner and left him for the police to pick up. Meanwhile, I went back in the house. Police knocked on my door. I opened the door, and the policeman at my door has a eating grin on his face.
Like, what did you do?
So I noticed there's a body out here.
Right.
And I simply said, he was causing a disturbance.
I kept the peace.
Yeah.
He laughed. They picked him up, put him in the squad car, and drove away. My neighbors come up to me and they go, "What did you do to him?" You don't want to know.
You really don't want to know.
You don't want an answer to that question.
The simplest thing I would have done is I would have scrolled my phone and I would have found this.
I just said he ain't gonna do it anymore.
I did.
See, I'll be like, I don't know how much I can tell, but he ain't gonna do it no more. That's all.
I found that, but that's the song I was feeling that day.
Oh man! But you guys asked about what series you got into.
Yeah,
Mine is an old one,
and
I got into it when I was a kid. It's a show called Night Heat. I talked about this before.
Yep. Yep.
Everything about the show I love. I love the show itself. The theme song is a banger.
I'm going to play that song one day this week.
I love the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason what really got me like hooked on it was my dumb behind was fully convinced that this show was filmed in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I said it's filmed in Chicago. I can even name the street that the end credit still is from, which I thought was Wabash and Wabash Estate. Wabash and Adams. Wabash and Adams.
Wabash and Adams.
I'm like, the lights are the same. This was filmed in Chicago.
I did.
I really thought that until Google showed up and told me I was wrong.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I thought the same for a very popular movie, The Matrix.
Matrix, yep.
I thought it was filmed in Chicago. Then I had to learn the hard way. It was filmed in Australia.
Yeah, I like the
They just built the set.
Yes.
Or sets
to look like
to look like Chicago.
I
hear State and Balboa, and I'm like, hey.
I checked the Google, and it showed that Night He was actually filmed in Toronto, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I learned two things. One, I'm an idiot. At that time, I was an idiot. I felt like Lucy. And two, Toronto, Canada is one of the most beautiful cities I have ever seen at night.
I'm going to do a show in Toronto one day.
It is absolutely gorgeous. I would
Me and
love
the wife
to go.
are going to go to Ontario. We're going to go outside. We're going to be in our travel RV outside the Sky Dome, and I'm going to do a show from there. Simply put. What about you, dog? What was one series that you'd never expected to get hooked on, but you did anyway?
Honestly, it was more of a universe, and it was when the CW was airing all those Marvel shows, Flash,
DC,
Green,
okay,
DC, Green, all of that. Yeah, that's kind of because the better half was watching all that stuff because she was into it as well, and usually when it was on, I was busy either with sim racing or what have you, so I'd kind of have it out of the corner of my eye. But when I wasn't on track, okay, I can keep an eye on this, see what's going on, and then it just kind of got hooked. But by the way, Vic, here's to you.
Now I ask you, the end of that opening, did that not look like Lakeshore Drive to you?
I thought it was Lakeshore Drive.
See?
I thought it was Lakeshore Drive. Need to send some congratulations out to the Wisconsin Badgers. They won the Women's Frozen 4 title game in overtime last night. Game was decided 4-3 in overtime, and I'm looking at the footage of this, and I think I'm really going to get into women's hockey next year. But I do have an announcement. Snowman Sportsnet and Snowman Multimedia will be airing Columbus East High School's games beginning this fall.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, there may be even a couple of baseball games coming up because it's supposed to be warm next weekend. I just may go take advantage of it.
Get it.
I'll tell you a series that my wife got me hooked on, and it was an audiobook series.
Oh.
Y'all need to look up J.D. Robb In Death series.
Okay.
In Death?
Just trust me. The narrator is awesome. Her name is Susan Erickson.
I do need to bring up something that some sad news that did come down the pike yesterday. We unfortunately lost a legend in the boxing era.
Mr. George Foreman.
George
Hey, I'm
Foreman.
honoring him by wearing one of his shirts.
Yep. George Foreman.
Some 70 age 76.
Yep.
And on a lighter note, we've got the Queen joining us in the Fanatic Feedback Zone.
Oh, we do.
Miss Yoso, which, by the way, y'all make sure you follow her on Twitch at Genevieve_Yoso, and she's going to kick my ass later for doing that. But you know what? I don't damn well care.
You're going to do it anyway. You're going to do it anyway.
I'm back. I'm going to do it. I'm going to plug it and deal with it.
Yep.
And you know what's funny is, what was it? Monday last week, you had somebody in the feedback zone saying that you were scared to have me on.
What?
Wait, huh?
Well, yeah. Remember, there was a point last week I poked my head in during the fact of getting my mental reset, and you made mention that somebody said, I think it was either like a Facebook thing or something, that you were scared to have the big dog on.
Somebody did say that.
You know what? I got a little message for that. Don't be scared don't be scared for me being on. Be scared for what we're gonna do to the networks with me being back.
Yep.
I think on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have done hit halftime.
Yeah, I gotta get some water. But real quick about the in-depth series, Jody said two things to me. I'm gonna play it and you're gonna like it. I'm like, nah, ain't no way I'm gonna like it.
Yep.
That's profiling.
And
profiling is wrong. Second half after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals, chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn. Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live
every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Second half of Snowman in the Morning is powered by SeatGeek. Use the code SNOWMAN for $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. I kind of found a button.
I kind of found somebody who's sporting something new here.
Oh, I've had this for 4 years. This is in honor of my boys down in Lewisburg, North Carolina, who gave me a shot to cover their games. And this is before I got diagnosed with cancer. So I tuned into one of their games. I found my old hat and I threw it on.
There you go.
Nice.
So what button did you find now?
Oh, boy.
I thought I uncovered all the buttons in the truck. What'd I miss?
This one.
Now I feel old.
This
right?
I don't. I am, but I don't.
I feel
because
old.
I was using this to warm up with when I was doing my show back at my mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
This is my warm up music. And of course, and of course, Victor knows this one because this next one we went to sleep with.
Yep. It's something about the SNES and the Sega Genesis sound system that just really had hit those notes perfectly that you could just pass out to.
I blame you, Victor, for getting me hooked on.
I know you do. Because you couldn't go to sleep.
I could not settle for the life of me.
And I said, put on Sagat from Street Fighter 2 and put it on either the Mega Drive version or the Genesis version. Snowman was like,
man,
what is that gonna do?
I'm like, what the? I said, what the hell is that gonna do? The first few notes hit, and I was snoring.
You know, thinking of all of this, I was flipping through some of my old playlists I have here on YouTube, and I was reminded that for a couple of years, I think it was 92, 93, that the British Grand Prix was actually sponsored by Sega.
Nice.
And anytime you won that race, the actual race itself, the trophy was Sonic with a tire. Like a bronze version of Sonic leaning up against the tire.
Nice.
I'm like, bruh.
Yeah. Listen, do y'all remember Virtua Fighter? Since we're talking video games?
Yes. In fact, that's coming back.
You know what? Hold up. If we're talking video games, you know what I say to all of this?
Get your quarters ready.
Yeah. As soon as I find where the keys went to the damn door, who keeps moving my stuff?
You did.
I didn't move nothing. I ain't been here for about a week. I don't know what you're talking about. There it is.
This was my basketball warm-up music.
Hakemaru.
Yep.
Hakemaru from Virtua Fighter 2. That's his theme. The Woods.
You know what? If we're doing video games, boys, I'm unlocking the door.
Okay.
All right.
Since we're there,
might as well.
What game is this? I can't even say it.
Oh no.
I'm really gonna mess with Victor.
Oh boy. Oh, that's Samurai. Is that Samurai Showdown?
Yep.
Earthquake, right?
Earthquake.
Earthquake. I love that song.
You know, I found that by accident.
And
I played it one day while I was on my way to TIU, do a football game. Matter of fact, it was the Ryan Sample game.
Oh no.
So you had that theme song with who I was going to see, who the starting quarterback was. I'm already giddy, right?
Man, talk about a perfect storm.
I'm already giggling like crazy.
Right.
I played that, and then as soon as we got done, broke down the set. I went and talked to the family. Why did I find Samurai Showdown 2 in a local arcade in Deerfield?
Oh yeah.
Right.
I had an extra $25 on me. $5 went to quarters. Yep. And I blew it in Samurai Showdown.
Nice.
It's funny because when I was with Snowman, when I was living with Snowman, that's when I kind of got into the whole emulators kick, right? Because I had a brand new laptop. And I started getting a bunch of emulators. I got a Sega emulator and I got a Neo Geo emulator.
Oh, dude, if my system could handle it, I would have had a Sega emulator on this thing already.
Wait a minute. The first emulator that playfully caused a rip between me and Victor was freaking NHL 94.
Well, that was from the Sega emulator. I also got a Super Nintendo emulator where I played Killer Instinct, the first Killer Instinct.
Yes.
But what I remember was when I got Neo Geo, there were 2 games I played religiously. One was Samurai Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
The other was a game called Ghost Pilot. Does anyone know that game?
I remember Ghost Pilot.
Yes.
I saw that on Nick Arcade when Nick Arcade used to come out.
Yes. Yes.
That every time I watched them play that game, I'm like, I want to play this game so doggone bad.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play this game so doggone bad.
Here's one. When I was going through a lot of tough times, like 99, 2000, that's when I found NFL Blitz.
Yes.
That's when I found NFL Blitz. And that's when I heard this.
Oh my God. Is that the first one?
Yep.
Just a little side note from something I read a little while ago. Acclaim is actually coming back to the market.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's been a company of investors, including, here's one for you, former TNA and WWE Hall of Famer JEFF,
nice.
JARREPP, has bought into the company and is reforming it as we speak.
Nice.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
Do y'all remember Outrun?
Yes.
Yes.
There was a theme that Shane begged me to find. I couldn't find it for the life of me. Shane begged me for the better part of 3 years. He says, there's one song you got to find from Outrun. And I said, man, I have searched all over the place and I can't find it.
Even I'm lost because I don't remember this.
Now you will.
Oh, wait, I heard this song before.
Oh, God, yes. Man, cruising down the streets in a white Testarossa with this one was fun.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Well,
then, of course, this brings me... I've always been hooked on driving games.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody remember this? That's Spy Hunter.
A Spy Hunter.
And of course, that of course is the Peter Gunn theme they use base of that.
Yep.
There's another racing game, and I don't know how many people really know this game because it was a Sega Genesis gem for me. Something that reminds me of my late uncle. It's called Rock and Roll Racing.
Yes.
16-bit versions of Bad to the Bone, Born to Be Wild.
Yes.
Paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Man. When I used to go to my aunt's house, I would always get my uncle's Sega Genesis, and I would play Rock and Roll Racing. And I played this like furry cat-like creature named Ivan Zeifer. Just a big old cat.
I'm gonna punch you for that because you almost made me choke when you said that.
And it had like the same. It had like always like one main character. It had like Rip and Shred, who were like the same characters, just color swap. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I think the guy's name was like Bill or something like that. He was the announcer.
Mm-hmm.
And so he'll say, Ivan scores a first plate knockout. Rip takes a second. Shred takes a weak third. And then the other guy's like, in another time zone. It was so funny to play that game, man. I knew the track so well, I would lap people in the game.
Y'all remember this one? Okay, let me find it. Where's this one from?
Mortal Kombat 1?
That's it. That's it.
That's gotta be the Super Nintendo version.
That's the arcade version.
Oh, it's the arcade version. Okay.
That's the arcade version.
Like Genesis didn't have that opening.
No, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I remember playing.
While we're talking about fighting games, y'all know that one.
And Hurricane Kick.
That's obvious.
Right.
Yep.
And then there's my favorite.
Tiger uppercut.
Yep.
Only person that can actually counter the Dragon Punch is a Tiger uppercut. And it made me mad every time because he'd wait till I'd jump and then he'd hit it. So I was trying to do the Dragon Punch, and he waits till I do the Dragon Punch. So I do Dragon Punch, and then he would still hit the Tiger uppercut.
Of course.
Yep.
That's why I hated him, but I played with him so much.
Tiger uppercut. How many people burn their thumbs trying to master the Dragon Punch? Because the Dragon Punch had that really weird
combination,
that really weird move combination before you can actually hit the button for the strike.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you had to like get it just right for him to actually do it. It was like, God,
yeah, and you couldn't. You just couldn't.
Not consistently. Nope. I got close. I think it was like 80%. I was able to get it down.
I thought I was there. Nope. I could never hit that
consistently.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. Oh, here's a sports theme song y'all may hear very soon. That is Monday Night Baseball on ABC, and Old Snowman's bringing back Monday Night Baseball beginning April 4th, which is an anniversary day for me, as you guys will know, because that was the day of my cancer surgery 3 years ago.
Now I got to take a look at the Mondays and see when the Sox are playing, because I know I'm going to have to. No, wait. I'm in the booth most Mondays.
Yeah, because you have your sim racing.
I got the sim racing that's going to take me straight through till September.
I can tell you, well, we better close the arcade first. Close it.
Hang on a second here. Let me find the damn keys.
Well, find it.
I'm working on it. You realize people have been screwing around in this damn truck.
Well, that's your fault.
Not my fault. I thought I had it locked.
Cabinets, please.
Don't worry. We're going to empty the cabinets. Everything will be fine. Today.
I have found the game I'm going to do this Thursday.
Being
on the men. Well, actually, two of them. I got the White Sox home opener against the Angels.
Ooh.
And then in the men's bracket, Duke and Arizona.
Oh. That's usually a regional final.
That should be a regional final.
Back when Arizona was, I remember being half decent. That usually was an actual regional final.
In fact, in 1 year, 2001, I believe, because I was living in Minnesota at the time, that was a national championship.
Yeah, it was.
That was a national champion, and that was a national championship game, which kind of messed up my bracket because I actually had Duke playing Illinois.
Yeah.
The national championship.
Man, there's reasons I don't do brackets, and this year's one of them.
Yeah. Droy called me yesterday.
I don't think we're going to do a bracket again.
Droy called me yesterday, and I told him that. This is the reason we don't do brackets.
Yeah, because ours would have been busted already.
I told you mine was busted the night of the first four. Mine was busted the night of the first four. But I am going to take a peek at Duke and Arizona. Oh boy.
That's going to be fun.
That's the East region. Yeah, that's the East. That's the
Yeah,
East.
that's the East region. Yeah, that's East region. 9:39 tip off.
Here's our Sweet 16 in the South, which I believe is in Atlanta. I want to say.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Number one overall seed Auburn will face off against Michigan at the number 5. It's 6-2 at the bottom of that. Ole Miss and Tom Izzo is still breathing and still kicking my damn bracket. Michigan State at the 2 seed will face Ole Miss. In the East, it's the one I'm going to take a peek at, Duke and Arizona. That's Thursday. The first game Thursday will be BYU and Alabama. In the West region, these teams are headed to San Francisco. It's Florida at number 1 and number 4, Maryland. And the surprise of the tournament so far, number 10 seed Arkansas will take on Texas Tech in an old Southwest Conference battle. Those of you who remember the Southwest Conference know those two were a part of it. Then you have 3 seed Kentucky taking on 2 seed Tennessee. Oh
no.
Oh no, I can't because I got the UFL scheduled that night. But I might do something Victor's always seen me do.
Are you doing double duty again?
I just might.
Just to.
But you need a massive nap if that's the case.
Yeah,
and also, that's on Friday. Do the show Friday. Going to bed.
Also, just so you know, the East Regional is in Newark, New Jersey at the Prudential. The West is at the Chase.
Oh, the East South, is going to play the East is going to play the Rock this year. Prudential Center. Nice.
The South is in State Farm Arena at Atlanta, and the Midwest is playing Lucas Oil
in Indianapolis, Indiana. And speaking of the Midwest, that's where we are as top seed Houston. Oh my Lord, number 4 Purdue. Oh dear God. My wife looked at this matchup and she says, Lucas Oil Stadium is going to be nothing but black and gold.
Exactly.
But Houston's going to win.
I mean, that's going to be a given, but still, it's going to be.
My wife doesn't want Purdue to win.
Yeah, but it's going to feel like a home game for them.
Why? She graduated from University of Indiana.
Yeah.
She graduated from Indiana University. She started at Purdue, but she finished at Indiana. And from her mouth, quote, I could give 2 less about what happens to Purdue.
Facts.
Fair enough.
I said, you really don't care about... I'm jokingly said, you really don't care about Purdue? She looked at me and went, hell no!
Channeled the inner Stephen A. Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. But I will do Duke in Arizona. I'm going to enjoy that one. Houston, Purdue will be at 10:09 Eastern time on Friday from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. And the 4 winners will be decided by Sunday, and they will meet at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. Oh, boy. Alabama. The SEC is alive and well.
Yeah, it is.
Ole Miss, Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M, Arkansas, who beat the hell out of St. John's, Kentucky, and Tennessee. 7 SEC teams.
Gee, I wonder where the championship's going to go this year.
Shut up, Brian. Shut up.
Save that one for B-roll.
Shut up.
Save that for B-roll.
Shut up.
Save it for B-roll.
We haven't done a B-roll in a while, have we?
No, we haven't.
No, because I've been sick, and then we all had to do a couple of resets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I do mean all of us.
You ain't wrong.
We've all had to do resets, man.
Mm.
And what makes it so bad, just when you think you got it together, at one point something else happens.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had it together a couple weeks ago. We did the show on a Tuesday. I'm already writing notes for Wednesday, and then I got smacked upside the head with the flu.
The flu came through.
Dude, that is right up there with me getting ready to do my usual Saturday night show.
Mm-hmm.
Then as I'm getting through the notes, I'm getting prepped, I'm going through all the sponsors and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I know comes that phone call.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. Nope, not happening. Get someone else in here.
Yep. That's kind of what I went through when I lost Donna. That week, forgive me, y'all. That week was a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
week was a royal bitch.
Man, I've gone through 3 weeks of nothing but straight bitch. What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm. And I was going through hell in a handbasket at that time. Because at the time that I found out Donna had passed away, I was going through hell.
Yeah.
To the point, and I don't think I disclosed this to you guys, to the point, I think I can finally tell this. You know where I was hiding? Up in Michigan City.
I remember you telling me that.
Mm-hmm. I was hiding in Michigan City. And I had to make sure I parked my car where I was hiding in the back all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm happy that I don't have to go through that again.
Facts, dude. Big facts.
Yes,
I'm happy I don't have to go through that again. One more break, and when we come back, we don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but it's going to be related to this show in some kind of way. Snowman in the morning. Down the stretch, we come on a Monday. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and to the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Oh, my child, what is so funny?
I'll tell you why I was cracking up during the break. And this is how you can tell when your body is right at the end of a task.
Mm-hmm.
When the littlest things set you laughing very goofily.
The giggles.
Yeah. This is your fault, Victor.
Like, why? What did I do?
Placenta, that's what.
That's not my fault.
I know. I'm being very playful when I say that. But as soon as I heard Chris Bass say what he said,
yes,
I knew I was done.
Placenta Booty Johnson.
Well, my children, that's how you know you got a good joke going.
And the fact that you can't just say it. You have to sing it. That's the thing that got me. You got to sing it.
And when you told him to do that,
I didn't tell him to do that. He came up with that on his own. I just
he came up there with.
I just told the story.
I must have been in the hospital that time.
No,
I must have.
No, everyone was here. You were here. Cole was here. Drew was here.
That's right. Drew was here.
And Mr. Bass. And I just told the story about like the weirdest name that we've ever seen or heard printed. And I can never forget the story that my coworker Aurelia told me about her friend, and her mother found the word placenta so beautiful she named her daughter that.
There are some stories that are best left unsaid.
Yes, I agree.
Before they end up turning into an absolute meme.
Cole walked off.
Yes, he did.
Snowman walked off.
I did. I threw my headset down and left.
I didn't know. You walked off. Cole stays. And that concludes another episode of Snowman. And then Mr. Bass said, that name has to come with a middle name, like Bodie.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you let Chris Bass run the ragged. It ends up turning into booty. And we have placenta booty.
It ends up turning into a classic.
Yes.
That's what happens when Chris Bass shows up.
Yes.
It winds up turning into an absolute classic.
The funniest thing I've ever seen done. I was like, oh my God.
And as soon as he did that, I knew we were dead.
Yeah.
It was so much funnier than watching the. It was so much funnier than watching the Lakers give up 31 points to the Bulls.
Right.
And yes,
Well,
I'm
100
here
points
because of
to the
that.
Bulls.
As soon as you said the name, I'm like, oh no, where is this gonna go?
Like I told y'all. I even said, "Are you sure you want to hear this one? Because it's gonna
And
get a
my
little."
dumb ass said, "Bring it on."
Yep.
What Lewis Black said. The host with the most that said, "Bring it on."
Yep.
The dumbest thing ever uttered by anyone anywhere.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. And I did. I opened my big mouth, and that happened.
That was your first mistake, my child.
Yes, that was my first mistake. Opening my big mouth.
Yep.
Not mouth. Mouth.
Like, okay.
MOU, and then placenta escaped your lips. I'm going, I'm dead.
I'm like, okay, y'all asked for this.
That's all I kept saying to myself. I'm dead.
Yep. Like, y'all asked for this. Here it comes.
I have a little present for Sick Diggy.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We haven't played this one in a while.
Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson is brought to you by Penis Water for the ebbs and flows of life. Trust Penis 15 Water.
Where'd you find that?
I show up for the first time in a freaking week, and I get to see that.
We still got to find Bron Joy Juice. We still got to find that one because I know Sick Diggy's been looking for that one.
He has. I have torn up both of my I've torn up both of my jump drives
to try
looking for that. And I have had no luck.
We'll keep looking because I know that's around.
I know it's here. I know it's here.
Snowman Morning is brought to you by Penis Water.
Penis Water.
Like,
Oh,
what? What?
Oh my gosh.
The ads we have come up with
over the years. Yeah.
Southpaw Slapbox Academy.
Yeah, Sick Diggy is the king of that.
Yes. Yes.
Sick Diggy is the king of those ads.
I still can't believe I come back for the first time in a week and I have to see Penis Water.
Father, get the hell out of the booth. No one asked you to come in here.
Oh, the thing about it is I'm here because of the fact that the bum ended up showing back up in the Lakers schedule and still ended up sacrificing 31 points to the Bulls. I mean, what type of...
Yeah.
Hey, shut up before we perform an exorcism on you.
We tried that.
We tried that.
You fired.
You know
what?
We have tried.
We've tried for many, many years. You know, and the most playful argument, one of the most playful arguments Victor and I have had, he was trying to get me to be diplomatic. That's the word I'm looking for. I know my brain's shutting down now. He said, you need to be diplomatic when it comes to LeBron. And my exact retort to him was, no, I don't. Wait, give me this button. I said, no, I don't. And he goes, why? And the next thing I knew, we were up laughing for the next 3 hours.
Next 3.5 hours.
We were supposed to be asleep.
Yep.
Because I had to drive the next day. I had to go on a road trip.
Yep.
Nope. And then Victor comes in one day from work and he sees me watching the games I'm watching. He goes, I finally get it. And I'm half asleep.
It wasn't even that. I actually came back from visiting my dad because my dad was still living in Berwyn.
Right. Berwyn.
I stayed over there for a weekend and I was watching a couple of basketball games. One was the Bulls, and then another one was LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Atlanta Hawks.
The overtime game.
And they were still about
the floor.
Yeah, it's like about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, I think, left. And he walks off the court. I'm like, where are you going? The game isn't over yet.
Like LeBron James just walked off and you hear the play-by-play announcer going, LeBron James just walked off the floor.
And I'm like, what?
You being diplomatic to LeBron is like me trying to be diplomatic to this clown. I'm telling you, it's almost impossible. Oh, what I missed? What happened?
Oh my!
You got
God.
substituted.
Yeah, you did.
Damn it! Again?
Yes, again. This will cheer you up.
9 seconds to work with, and you do have it in single digits. And that was the goal when you were down 22. Steph from midcourt. Oh, come on! Did he ghost him on that too? Oh my God!
I'm trying to find the Iron Eagle call that I sent you.
I've seen it in a playlist.
Oh,
and I'm telling you right now, he ain't wrong calling him a cheat code.
He's always calling him a cheat code.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Thank you, Iron Eagle, for that.
Ridiculous. Play it again. Play it again.
9 seconds to work with, and you do have it in single digits. And that was the goal when you were down 22. Steph from midcourt. Oh, come on! Did he ghost him on that too? Oh my goodness, Curry from 45 feet. Yo, this dude is an alien. What did he just do? He had one from three-quarter court.
Okay, I found Iron Eagle's call.
Without any type,
none,
any doubt,
none.
whatsoever. He threw it
N-U-N-N, none.
He
He knew it.
He had no window, and he just hoisted it.
He had no doubt. He just turned as water.
It wasn't. The fact is, it wasn't even a bad. It was clean.
What did Brian Anderson say one year? Drip, drip. There you go.
Yep. You found the Iron Eagle call?
Here it is.
Thomas gets a round heel. Thomas puts it up, gets the roll.
It ain't done
9
yet.
seconds to go. Butler bounces Curry. Oh, ridiculous! A cheat code! Steph Curry is not human.
I mean,
there is no lie in that statement, Iron Eagle.
And the way he said, "Oh," he knew it.
He looked away.
He knew it. He said, "Oh, yeah, you knew."
And as soon as it goes through, ridiculous.
Yes. A cheat
I told you, my wife saw that and she went, "You gotta be kidding me."
You sent it to me.
Yep, I sent it to the crew.
And I said, okay.
With that particular call, because the one I played before was from Warriors announcer Bob Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
I kept saying to myself, I'm going to find a way to share the one that Iron Eagle did. Iron Eagle, lead television voice for the Brooklyn Nets.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, one of the lead television voices for CBS for NFL football.
I was like, no, there's no way. The turn,
but sure enough,
the release, I was like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pure, no
clean.
less.
It was pure.
It was clean.
It was pure.
It was clean.
I told my friend, like, yo, you can't believe what just happened. He's like, what?
That's one of those Steph Curry shots where you just flip your remote in the air and you're like, I'm walking off. I can't deal with this.
Yeah,
I can't do
how
this.
the hell?
I was like, Steph Curry just shot from near half court, right as the shot clock was going. The clock was going dead. He said, "I'm not surprised. That's him.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he is."
That's one of the first. Listen, I've loved Steph Curry since his days at Davidson when he was making shots like that.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, I mean, you could ask this, and we're gonna get the simplest answer. Where's Steph Curry's range? Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Where is Steph Curry's range? Yes.
Yes.
You got guard him from the concession stand. He'll hit from there.
Or the tunnel.
You got to guard him from the parking lot.
Or the.
He'll hit from there. You got to guard him from the next state over. He'll hit from there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to guard him. You got to guard him. And he had two.
Mm-hmm.
He had two guys in his face.
That was a contested turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
1-2.
That was a contested turnaround, and it was pure. And he's just walking off.
He's
And
running. He's jogging off.
He's like,
okay, this is what we're going to halftime.
And that's what stole the momentum from Brooklyn.
Hey, you know, Mike
that
was
literally took a knife to the jugular, slit it, and said, "Guess what? We're taking your momentum."
Mike was
and it
like,
was done.
No way. You know, Mike was laughing like, "Ain't no way, ain't no way he pulled that."
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All the bronzosexuals are just sitting there mad.
Our friend Mike would look at that and go, "I'll kill you later."
All the bronzosexuals are just sitting there looking at this like
mad.
We don't discuss this.
Like our king would have done it better.
You know what? Victor, close with that. Victor, close us out with that story because I remember the day you took. Close us out with that, please.
Okay, so I put that particular. I talked about this video. I shared it on a Discord and said, "Steph Curry is not human. No human with this range exists." And they were like, they looked and say, "Oh man!" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." Here come the bronzosexuals. Bulls against the Brooklyn Nets. Anyone can do that. And then one said the following: "If it was LeBron James, it was so much better if it was LeBron James that did it."
What in the all types of blue hell
do you mean?
It's the same shot. Yeah, but my Kane knows how to shoot it better.
No, he doesn't.
Yo, Kane can barely shoot past 13 feet.
Told what lie saying that? And I don't think we're done yet because we do have somebody who just showed up.
Oh?
Hold on to that. We'll have to bring him back tomorrow because unfortunately we're out of time. Yeah. Yeah. We are out of I gave him the alert and I thought he missed it.
Okay.
I thought he missed it. So Jay, if you're available tomorrow, we'd love to have you on tomorrow. It'll be all
just shoot us a message in the green room.
Yeah. We'll shoot. We will get to Jay tomorrow. That's a promise. But right now we got to boogie out of here because there's a noon tip off in the women's bracket that we're going to follow. So I'll do this message right now. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope you all are too. Pay attention to the women's tournament. It's going to be a doozy on the road to Tampa and the men's tournament on the road to San Antonio. So long, everybody. There are no perfect brackets left. Don't let the bigwigs fool you. Bye.